Hey, what is up everybody? Blessed Dreams here, and today I'm going to be bringing you a video that I've been meaning to make for a long time. And before you watch this video, please keep in mind that these are my personal opinions. I don't want to, bring an opinion to anybody. This is all from my experience. But today's video is basically going to be about what happened to Gears of War. Now, like I said, please keep in mind that these are my personal opinions, as I feel like some issues that have just gone completely untouched or have gotten way out of control to make a game basically unplayable. Now, when Judgment came out, Gears Judgment, when Judgment came out, everybody was so hyped up. Everybody was like, oh my god, we got a new Gears game, it's going to be so great. And then Judgment released, everybody complained. Everybody complained that there was no Locust, there was no DBNO, the Gnasher was just completely useless. And, Epic listened to us for the first time in God only knows 2 years, ever since GAO 3 came out, or, I don't know, even GAO 2. But, Epic listened to us. They gave us, Haven and Execution so we can get some DBNO. But what makes it sad is that even though we got what we wanted, we wanted Execution, which it was a classic game mode from GAO 1, we got DBNO, people still complained, and, the game still wasn't what we wanted. Now, when Execution came out, it was, everybody was playing it because it was a new game type, not necessarily new, but it was new to Judgment, and it added that, fresh feel to it. Then people played it, people complained, issue here, issue there. Hold on, look at this lag real quick, okay? I want to point out this lag. I slowed it down for you. Boom, right there. That's another problem with Judgment, is the constant lag in this game is just absolutely ridiculous. Not to say that it's not bad in Gears 3, but the Judgment lag is just absolutely terrible. Now, I don't know if it happens to everybody. I run an open NAT type every game, every match I play, and I still get this just god-awful lag. And that was probably the worst case I've seen in a while. I ran past the wall and came right back to it like a magician. But as I was saying, we got Execution, we got no DBNO, or we got DBNO back, and, people had something to complain with. Maybe because the classic hammer burst was overpowered, or people would just, use sawed off the double barrels, 2 shots, It's just, Epic listens to us, they give us what we want, but there's always got to be something wrong with it. And, I'm completely sure I'm not the only one that feels this way. I know there's a bunch of other people, but whatever happened to Gears? Gears 1, Gears 2, Gears 2 is personally still my favorite Gears of War game, but what happened to Gears of War? Now, you may have your answer. I'm explaining my answer right now. As you can see, Judgment is completely different from any other Gears we've played. It introduced a whole nother aspect, and I'm not gonna lie, when the game first came out, I really, really liked it. Mostly because it was a new Gears, and it was fresh, and it was a new start, and because it had my favorite character of Gears, Alex Brand, as you can see I'm playing with right now. But do you remember when Epic first announced that the Epic Reaper was going to be in Gears of War, and if you kill them, you get, the emblem, the skins? You remember how rare it was to find the Epic Reaper? How awesome it felt to, kill the Reaper and get the epic stuff? Whatever happened to that? I recently just hopped on Judgment the other week for my first game in about, I don't know, a month and a half. My very first game, I get TDM on Library, and the Reaper's there. Alex Brand LE, he was Carlos, he was announced as the Epic Reaper in week 21, I believe. And the very first game I get into Judgment, I'm there with the Reaper. I hadn't killed the Reaper prior, because, it was so sacred to find the Reaper. And I get in my first game, and there's the Reaper. He killed me the first time. I got back onto him and, domed him. Also, here's a prime example of the Gnasher you know, it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. Like, you could have seen the range on that. Sure, he hit me with breach shot, but it like barely grazed past me, and the Nasher just completely tore me away from so far away. You know, it has its times, and then other times it doesn't. But back to what I was saying. You know, there's so many good Gears teams out here. You know, Avenge, Array, Effect, Blame, Essence, Chaos. You know, everybody's getting... We're all part of the Gears of War community, but we don't make it seem like we are anymore. So what can we do? You know, obviously people are playing Gal 3 and releasing Torquebow team Tajas, but let's be real. We're all sick of seeing that. We're all sick of seeing the same, you know, dub Tebow. What can we do to bring Gears of the Gears that I love, the Gears that you love, the Gears that every team, that everyone loves? You know, we all have our differences, but in the end, we are part of the Gears of War community. Now, what can we do? Can we fix this? I don't know. It's up to everybody in the community. So I'm gonna quit boring you with my voice. This commentary is coming to an end. Gameplay is coming to an end also. So let me know what we can do to fix Gears of War. Or else, you know, I don't see Gears of War planned in the future. And if there is one, it honestly cannot be worse than what we have now. So let me know what we can do. Let me know what you think. Blessed dreams out, everybody. Thank you.